Hi, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and hi, I am Josh. Still in recovery and doing well, and doing that by spending each and every 24 hours vigilantly battling the diseases of addiction and mental health with an intentional willingness to keep myself in between the guardrails and on the road to recovery and maintaining proper mental health. Today we'll be digging into the daily readings, and it's just for today, August 25th, playing a little bit of catch up, but we'll get there. The ninth step, reclaiming life. We are achieving freedom from the wreckage of our past. Basic text, page 42. When we start the ninth step, we've reached an exciting stage in our recovery. The damage done in our lives is what led many of us to seek help in the first place. Now we have a chance to clean up that wreckage, amend our past, and reclaim our lives. We've spent a long time and much effort preparing for this step. When we came to NA, facing the debris of our past was probably the last thing we wanted to do. We started doing it privately with the personal inventory. Then we opened our past up to the scrutiny of a select, trusted few, ourselves, our higher power, and one other person. We took a look at our shortcomings, the source of much of the chaos in our lives, and asked that all those defects of character be removed. Finally, we listed the amends needed to set our wrongs right, all of them, and became willing to make them. Now we have the opportunity to make amends, to acquire freedom from the wreckage of our past. Everything we've done so far in NA has led us here. At this point in the process of our recovery, the ninth step is exactly what we want to do. With the 12 steps and the help of a higher power, we are clearing away the rubble that for so long has stood in the way of our progress. We are gaining the freedom to live. Just for today, I will take advantage of the opportunity to reclaim my life. I'll experience freedom from the wreckage of my past. Now, since I've been doing this for a while, my amends list was like Santa Claus's naughty or nice list. It was very, very long. And I don't mean to laugh about that, but when I was in an active addiction and came out as an addict when I was 20, I was in active addiction well before that. I was an addict, years before that. I just didn't tell everyone that I was an addict and had a problem until I was 20. And then it took a lot of stumbles, slips, and falls, and picking myself back up and dusting myself off. But as I worked the steps with my early sponsors and, went through the process, my amends list got shorter and shorter. And now with my current sponsor and grand sponsor, my amends list, even being rigorously honest and thorough, is really down to 2 people, because I have amazing relationships with both of my parents now. I have amazing relationships in and out of the fellowship. I'd say 90% of my amends went well. So 9 out of 10 went well. And 1, I either got cursed out, or the door got slammed in my face, or the phone was hung up on me, or an email was not responded to, a phone call was not returned, and I just didn't have the opportunity to make amends. And also, on a more serious note, if you've been in this long enough, not everybody makes it. I've done 2 of the 3, jails and institutions. Fortunately for me, I'm able to make these videos, and I've been in recovery and been able to start companies and work and go to school and do all these things. And the only reason is because I've been in recovery and been taking proper care of my mental health. But unfortunately, because these people aren't around, I'm doing living amends, and I do that through service work, through freely giving away what has been so freely given to me. Because for me, my fellowships are a we program. We keep each other healthy, we keep each other sober. It's the same way with my mental health. I don't do that alone. It's my therapist, psychiatrist, doctors, medication. That's what helps me with proper mental health, and then just having intentional willingness and diligently following not only the 12 steps, but then also my medical regimen in terms of medication administration or distribution, however you want to describe it, but taking my meds regularly every day on time, every time. So that's one of the things that is both super scary, and once you start doing it, also really, at least for me, makes me feel lighter. Making amends made me feel a lot lighter than doing the 4th and 5th step. The 4th and 5th step just basically drudged up all the terrible things that I'd done in my past and the wreckage. And I know a lot of people feel, not a lot of people, but from what I've heard throughout the years, people feel better, being able to share that information. For me, it just brought to the forefront of the mind all of the damage and wreckage I had caused years ago. And just how selfish of a human being I was in active addiction and how much damage I caused. And even though I thought I was only hurting myself, the ripple effect, both emotionally, spiritually, and physically, affected so many people in my lives that, like I said, I had a Santa Claus laundry list of amends that I needed to make early on in recovery a long while ago. It was bad. It was bad. I always tell people I was like a high-speed derailed train heading towards a melting down nuclear reactor while a jet that's on fire is crashing into it. Like, that was me in active addiction. My buddy describes himself as a blanking tornado. Starts with an F, but you can figure it out. I'm trying to keep this as PC as possible, but I still make these videos with the check mark, not for kids. So that being said, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, watch our videos if you like them, but please comment in the comment section if you're new and looking for advice or just need to vent, or if you have time underneath your belt and can provide wisdom and insight, your strength, experience, and knowledge, and what you've done to keep yourself in between the guardrails for both the diseases of addiction or mental health, one or the other, or both, as is the case with me. That's the whole point of the accountability group. We are a we program, and we keep each other healthy. Also, you can reach out to me at theaccountability.group website, here on YouTube, or Twitter, tag Building Hope. That's at tag Building Hope on Twitter, or at tag Recovery on Instagram, or the Accountability Group fan page on Facebook. I am the only one that manages those. I let the marketing team and other people manage other aspects, but because this is my baby and I have lived this extensively, both in active addiction and then in recovery, now I handle all of this stuff, and whatever is said to me while I'm actively listening to you, it stays with me. It's just like the rooms. What's said in the rooms stays in the rooms. I don't share anything that's ever been told to me, and most people contact me through DMs. I wish the comments section for all these different platforms were being used more often, just so people could help keep one another accountable, but it skews a lot more towards people sending me messages on a daily basis and me trying to keep up with all of them and carry on conversations, which I don't mind. I actually love it, because giving away what has been so freely given away to me over the years is what helps keep me sober, not only in terms of battling the diseases of addiction, but also dealing with proper mental health care, because I don't do that alone either. I have a therapist, a psychiatrist, and doctors that make sure that I'm on the right medication, that I'm able to discuss my feelings, that I am able to talk about the various layers of my own humanity and psyche and what kind of makes me tick, so that way I can stay in between the guardrails and on my road to recovery and maintain my proper mental health. So please reach out to me here on YouTube at theaccountability.group, at tag building hope on Twitter, or tag recovery on Instagram. With that, I wish you good luck with your amends. It might seem scary at first, but as you start making them, you'll definitely start to feel lighter. And shortening that list is one of the greatest feelings I've had personally. Because it was scary, I didn't want to do it. I didn't want to approach it. I wasn't sure how people were going to respond, but 90% had a very good response, and they were just happy that I was in a better place. So that's something that I've been able to enjoy over the years, and now I'm down to these last two, and I have absolutely no idea whether or not they're even gonna listen to me, or pick up my phone call, or meet me face to face, or what's gonna be the situation. And then for others, I just have to living amends because they're no longer around. So with that, I am Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I am Josh, still in recovery, battling my 24 hours every single day with an intentional willingness to battle my diseases of addiction and mental health in order to stay in between the guardrails and stay healthy and safe. Thanks for letting me share.